everybody. It is Friday. How are we doing tonight? How are you this Friday evening? Oops, I forgot glasses. Hang on a second. Can't see you. Hey, there we are. Now I can see you. Who's joining us on this Friday night? Friday Night Live, everybody. Great to have you here joining us on this Friday night. Tell us what you are grateful for. Hey, Jana, how are you tonight? Hope it was a good Friday. Hey, both the Sewells are here. Good to have you. Good to have you on live at more 8 than ish tonight. Trying to get to dinner before this, but that didn't work out. The takeout was running slow tonight. So, and I think I screw people up when I'm more on time than anything else here. How are things in Spring, Texas today? We had a lot of rain in Connecticut and Massachusetts today. Lots and lots of rain. Whoa. What is going on here with my video? It's working weird tonight. Whoa. What is happening out there in your guys' world? What are we grateful for tonight? We had a new hire start today, so that was exciting. Showed up and actually did a good job is all I heard. I haven't met her yet, but I heard good things about her. We've actually got a lot of new hires, several new hires starting in the next week, 10 days. Nice. What, cool day, Janet. Does that mean it's down to 80? So, Texas, we're supposed to actually get a high of like 50 tomorrow or something, I think I heard. So, it is good clothing sales weather, that's for sure. That is for sure. Yeah, you got to get those auction pickups going to get the new place all set up. That's an exciting thing, doing that, Dennis. That's great, Yvonne. Great to have you with us. Great to have you here. Yeah, having some new hires and getting them on board is so exciting, and sharing our excitement for it and the team welcoming them. You know, we're kind of excited. We got a few good new hires that are starting that we have a lot of optimism for, that we're really excited about. That we hired. I think we have, as we start to fill in different holes that we've been letting sit, it's exciting to get them filled, and it's also exciting to say goodbye to one of our people this weekend. Tomorrow's their last day, and it's not one that we will shed tears over. But it is a good thing. So to get good people. So, one of them's a mom returning to the workforce, which is, she's been a stay-at-home mom the past 15 years, wants to get out a little bit, and those are always, we have really good luck with those, in the 20-hour range a week for those types of employees. They tend to work out really well for us, so. I am excited about that, so. What are we all grateful for today? Well, Yvonne's grateful for another new hire. Hey, Zach is with us tonight. Hey, Zach, how are things? Good to have you with us. Hopefully your mother's still not having you at work. And hopefully you got her something great for Boss's Day. Okay, because the mom that's your boss and the mom that's your mom are two different people. I'm just saying. Hey, Kitty, great to have you here. So, no, exciting. What are you grateful for tonight, Kitty? We were just talking about new staff and everything else that we've got some new team members coming on, so that's exciting. In this Rocktober, as we survived another week, people, you did it. You're at the tail end here of week 30/31, depending on which way you're counting. So that is wonderful. Oh, wow, Rose, that's great. So you go from the Blue Ridge Mountains to a lake house cottage in Florida. I mean, you're doing something right. I'm proud of you, Rose. I'm proud of you for taking the time, because that is so important. That is so important. So I'm very proud of you for taking the time to do that. So, all right, Zach, that's very good. I'm glad Rachel made you get your boss flowers and a balloon. I am very, very proud of you for that. This is good stuff, people. I'm glad to hear it. Thought we'd wind down the week. Going a little different on you here. But it's great to hear all that's going on in your guys' world. We get this program started every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start it. You know, fresh air will do that to you, Rose. It gives you time, but you've had a good perspective all along. You know, don't fool yourself. We start every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is well, actually, this page is going to speak to you, Rose. This page is going to speak to you. I love it. Tonight, we're starting in the Good Morning, Good Night book on page 110. Good morning. Rose, you've had too many apps open for too long. Close your eyes, check all systems, soft reboot. Boom. That is our good morning, people. That is our good morning. As we rock our way and start this second half of Rocktober, people. Rocktober, the October that's the new December. It is amazing, and we're going to have a good time. This is a quote that spoke to me today, and quite honestly, I think it'll speak to you as well. Our passion comes from who we are, not what we sell. Our passion comes from who we are, not what we sell. Love it. If you guys have not read today the post from Susan Parkinson hey, Patty, Johnson, great to have you here, in the NARTS Facebook group, about how her heart has touched some of her customers, and she reposted it from her page, but she's always had a big heart, and the universe has always provided for her, you know, I mean, it's funny. I mean, I remember one time she did something that on the one side was that crazy big, you know, with a big heart and taking care of her community, and then the next day she got a Louis Vuitton person, and she doesn't get Louis Vuitton in her community, and then the next day it sold for a lot of money. You know, the universe works in amazing ways. Never underestimate the power of the universe. There are greater powers at work here than our minds can sometimes understand. Retail sales post a big gain in September as consumers show unexpected strength. Headline: retail sales rose 1.9% in September. Much better than the 0.7% people were expecting. Excluding automobiles, the increase was 1.5%, ahead of a 0.4% expectation. A lot of autos selling right now. I mean, the auto market is hot as people flee public transportation and stuff. Hey, Adele and Dazzle, great to have you with us. Clothing and accessories led the gains, while electronics was the only negative sector. But electronics saw huge gains in August. It's seen gains throughout this, but it also saw them in August as people teched up for school. So, I would argue that electronics got pulled in a little earlier than it might have in September. Clothing and accessories led the advances, rising by 11%, while sporting goods, music, and books jumped 5.7%. Electronics dropped 1.6%. This is some positive, good stuff. And, while this number I don't like to use, the GDP Now tracker pointing to a 35.2% increase for third quarter growth, which gets announced at the end of the month. That would be more than double any single quarter growth going back to at least 1947 if it's in that range. And that's a very misleading number, okay, because it's not annualized. It doesn't take into effect how deep a hole we dug when the economy stopped. So it's a very misleading number, not one that the news media likes to use, not one that I would go with. Our friends at Nordstrom's is hosting a hiring event, and they're paying premium pay of $2 an hour through January, I think it's January 2nd, and managers and supervisors have the opportunity to earn a $250 bonus each pay period. So this is to fill roles in distribution, in stores, in warehouse, e-commerce fulfillment, anywhere along the line, even customer service on the phones. They're looking to fill these temporary positions. They're looking to hire 22,000 employees for fulfillment and distribution through the holidays. 22,000 employees. That number is large, but it's really large because they've been running so lean going into the holidays. So I think it is the number and the bonuses they're paying to fill those spots quickly is the result of how lean they've been running. Like a lot of us. I mean, we're starting to fill in more holes, as I mentioned at the top of the program, and hiring some people to fill those in. But there is that leanness, but people are looking. And there are good people coming back to the workforce, so that is a good thing. Speaking of the almighty consumer that drives this economy, what do consumers want to see in holiday ads this year? So as you're planning your marketing, and holiday ads is the whole spectrum, from your Facebook ad, don't just think traditional media, TV and such, that people want to see in their ads. Think about your Facebook posts and your emails. And hang on one second. Max, what are you doing, pal? Max, I don't trust you. Come up here and where I can watch you. All right. Consumers, now we fix Max. Consumers want to see nostalgic. They want to see happy times. That's what consumers want to see in these ads, in your advertisements. They want you to bring back better times, and you want ads that make them feel happy. Okay? Happy, inspired, nostalgic. And even a little bit amused or surprised. That is what they're looking for in the ads. They don't want you to talk about COVID, so this is less about how you're keeping them safe and more about how you're keeping them happy. Okay, which is a shift. But people are looking for happy. Okay, and there's not going to be the big Christmas parties and company Christmas parties or other things that would normally happen in the fourth quarter this year. So, they're looking for other ways and other ways that you stimulate them in your advertising to be happy. So just give that a thought as you're planning your marketing. I know Angie Hulus of Angie K, Nart's affiliate, posted, is it called Jingle Cash? What is her? Candy Cane Cash, okay, which is a really fun and exciting promotion that you can buy a promotion kit in a box, basically, from Angie. You can see it at angiek.com. But they're looking for that kind of fun. How are you going to make them smile? How are you going to make them nostalgic? How are you going to make them connect with you on another level? People want that this year, and that's what they want to see in your marketing. I know I got to get out the wah-wah trombones. Everybody grab a tissue. Okay, you better grab a tissue for this one. This is going to be a tearjerker. I want to give you time to grab a tissue. Hey, Kathleen's watching. Miss Alaska. Hello, how are you? Love that picture with Mama a couple weeks ago or a week ago. I don't know. It showed up in my feed. And I thought of you the other day. I was driving, otherwise I would have texted you. I should have called you, although I think it was an ungodly hour. There was a radio ad, okay, for an insurance company, Kathleen, and they were talking about things that you didn't have to worry about, or places you wouldn't go, or whatever. And Sitka, Alaska, was in the ad for a Massachusetts insurance company. And I'm like, I know that place. It's not around the corner. And I know people that are there. I was just like, I wanted to play the ad for you. But I think it was an ungodly hour at your time, especially. Because I never remember how far our time is apart. But now that you all have your tissues ready, okay, who do you need to shed a tear for? Walmart. Walmart, you need to shed a tear for. The CEO of Walmart, Doug McMillon, said to Congress, get a stimulus deal done. He must have been watching this show, because I've said get a stimulus deal done. But he said to do it so that he would help them, so that you would help American families and small businesses. So Congress needs to get it done to help American families and small businesses. He's quoted as saying, for both sides, I think what they need to keep in mind is that there are Americans that need them, that don't really care about politics, aren't really tied up in this election, and they just need some help, he said. And he said, us as a retailer has seen American families face very different financial circumstances, with some redecorating their homes and others struggling without a paycheck. They should hammer out an agreement even if they need to tinker with it and improve upon it over time. Doing nothing is not the first and best option. We as Walmart have done our part by hiring over 500,000 workers to keep up with the demand for Americans' demand for groceries, household essentials, and other items like outdoor equipment, while also having to suffer by having to adjust to a significant surge in e-commerce sales. With their, for those that weren't missing between the lines there, Walmart's sales nearly doubled, online sales nearly doubled in the second quarter. And they've credited government stimulus as one of the factors that gave the chain an earnings boost. So there you go. Walmart wants more stimulus so they can have more sales. But it won't translate the same way this time for Walmart. It will, because there's more places to shop now. Yes, Walmart will get a bump from this. No ifs, ands, or buts. but it won't translate the same. They won't get the same percentage of it. So, it's slightly disingenuous for them to be promoting that, in my opinion. eBay. Our friends at eBay are doing more. To verify sneakers sold, they are now going to verify sneakers sold for more than $100. eBay will now vet sneakers sold for more than $100 in the U.S. as part of its authenticity guarantee program. Sellers will send their sneakers to a third-party authentication facility for an inspection to verify that the items sold are consistent with the listing title, description, and images. They have hired SneakerCon to create a new facility and use its authenticators' expertise. And they will also ensure, if you accept returns, that the items that are returned to you are authentic and what you shipped out, so that you're not getting fraud back. Hey, Deanne, great to have you here. So a little bit of a PR push to continue to reduce fraud in their marketplace, which is a good thing. How is Amazon going to continue to grow? Like all their sales aren't enough in Prime Day? They are borrowing more money. They are going to debt-fueled growth to amid their boom. Okay, they expect they've had dizzying growth, but the fourth quarter shipping, the cost of just shipping in the fourth quarter for Amazon is expected to top $20 billion, just the shipping expense. So, it'll be interesting to see what they do at Amazon with the new money that they're getting and borrowing for. They haven't said what they're going to use it for, but this is, again, what will venture capital do for you? What will other people's money, when you don't have to be the profitable? It's about market share. It's about the long term. REI, the outdoor goods retailer, again is opening up 2 pop-up stores dedicated to used gear. They're testing a new retail format as part of the expansion of its resale business. The outdoor specialty retailer has opened 2 freestanding pop-up stores dedicated to used outdoor gear and apparel as part of its ongoing effort to drive the growth of its resale business. The stores will be in Manhattan Beach, California, and Conshohocken, I'm screwing that up even though I've been there, Pennsylvania. They're stacked high with quality products available for purchase by REI members at discounted prices. They've been doing, REI was an early launcher, launching an online resale business in 2018. And in 2019, they piloted a used gear buyback program with 5,000 members that offered the members REI gift certificates when they traded in gently used outdoor items for resale. Beginning this month, people can trade in their used gear through the co-op's online member-only trade-in programs. You can send in gently used gear in exchange for an REI gift card. The company is currently offering up to 50% of the resale value for most items. REI credits demand for renting or purchasing used over new gear from millennial customers as contributing to nearly 100% year-over-year growth in its online business. And they also frame its growing used gear business as part of a broader commitment to sustainability. And their used business continues to exceed our expectations. And they see many benefits to expanding this business. First, as an opportunity to introduce our members to more outdoor activities through lower priced products, and also having a robust used gear business helps reduce the co-op's overall impact on the environment as we work to achieve our climate and zero waste objectives. So there you go, REI. You know, tomorrow is Self-Care Sunday Eve. Self-Care Sunday Eve, we'll have the recipe of the week. Is it from you? Make sure you send me a recipe if you have not done so already. Message me with your favorite recipe to Neil, N-E-I-L, at ECIstores.com, N-E-I-L at ECIstores.com. It could be shared here tomorrow night on the recipe of the week for the Resale Strong Cookbook. You know where you find the Resale Strong Cookbook? At narts.org/resalestrong. It's where you find the Resale Strong Cookbook, all the files, everything I talk about, including this video, all organized for you by date on the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store. On that YouTube channel, you can like, comment, and click the bell to be notified anytime another episode drops. I am here every night at more 8 than ish in the Narts private Facebook group, bringing you the latest of what's happening in the world, talking to you about what's going on, and updating you on everything. Keeping you informed, inspired, and helping us all to the other side. Oh, there's the boss with the mostest that got flowers and a balloon today. There she is. Hey, Marianne. I am here every night at more 8 than ish here in the Narts private Facebook group. But if you have a question, yes, you have a question in between, you just email me. I was great to catch up with some people today. Caught up on a few phone calls. You email me at Neil, N-E-I-L, at ECIstores.com, N-E-I-L at ECIstores.com. That is where you find me. Make sure you include your phone number in the email. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we get this program going. If you were not here like Boss Lady here who got flowers today at the top of the program, our Good Morning is on page 110. Good morning. You've had too many apps open for too long. Close your eyes. Check all systems. Soft reboot. Our good night tonight is, good night. Don't wait until low power mode. I'm talking to you, Rose. Close your eyes. Close all unnecessary apps. Recharge. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding like the one a couple Saturdays ago, a bar mitzvah like the one my sister held, trained people for last weekend. Or like birthday month here on the set. Well, yes, little Missy is the real boss. Somebody better have gotten her flowers today, too. Maybe tomorrow. Resale Strong Recipe book, it's got its own page. Boom! Thanks, Adele. Adele and Cassandra are the ones that make all the transfers to the YouTube channel and keep up the page. narts.org/resalestrong. They make it all happen. They make me look good. I thought it was just a good hair day that I was having today, but they make it look good. I'll be back here tomorrow night at more 8 than ish, but until then, know that you and you, but most especially you who's going to send me a recipe for the Resale Strong Cookbook. I got to think Little Missy's got a recipe, a favorite recipe from Little Missy. He's got to have a recipe. You are not alone running this store. It's time for dinner, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great night.